Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Life in 5. Today is Friday, May 8th, 2026. We are in Zermatt, Switzerland this morning. I have woken up a little bit early. It's just barely after 6 a.m. And we're going to come up here and see, oh my goodness, what we can see. This is amazing. Would you look at that? What an incredible view. That is the first light of the day on the Matterhorn. And I don't mean the Matterhorn at Disneyland. Conditions today say it's going to be cloudy. But so far it looks nice. Now yesterday, if you watched the video, you'll know we were here and there was a good portion of the day where the clouds kind of teased us around the Matterhorn. And with the forecast being that it was going to be cloudy today, I looked out my window and it looked a little clear, and I wanted to come and check out this magnificent mountain. And am I glad I did. Alright, well, I think this is a great way to start a day. I'm going to head back to the hotel, get ready for the day, get some breakfast, and then we are going to go up closer to that. Why don't you join me? We have fueled up with breakfast. You can hear the bells ringing in the air. At least I hope you can. In our first place, got my bags. We're headed down to the train station. I'm gonna drop our bags at the luggage locker because we're leaving this evening, so we can't leave them in our room. And we wouldn't be back in time for checkout at 10:30. So we will go down the hill to the train station and then back up the hill to our next destination. We have dropped off our bags at the train station. And you can see they have these little cars. These are the taxis. They don't actually allow cars in town, so they're all these little electric Baca vehicles, and some are, I guess, delivery vehicles. There's the train station. We'll be back here later today. The manhole covers are pretty cool. The ladies have stopped up here to take in their views of the Matterhorn. This is where I was earlier this morning while they were snoozing. Looks like it's still fairly uncovered. Continuing to make our way up towards the cable cars that go to the Glacier Paradise. We are in a part of town we didn't get to yesterday. And I just looked at the map. It looks like it might still be a little ways. And, well, now the tree's in the way, but I noticed even just a couple minutes after leaving the spot where they were getting photos of the Matterhorn, you can see clouds starting to move in. We found the little footbridge to cross the river that takes us to the cable car station. Ladies are getting pictures from the bridge. Let me see what they might be looking at. It's a little thing called the Matterhorn. I think some of the group has had enough stairs for the trip, but we still have many more to go, I have a feeling. We have purchased our tickets here at the cable car station, and then we will wait for our cable car. We have the Swiss Travel Pass, which provides unlimited travel for the 3 days that we had purchased. And we will get a discount. We got into the Matterhorn Museum for free, some others, and then this one we get a 50% discount. So we'll go find our cable car and make our way up. And we are off. Looks like normally they have, during the busier season, the other cable running, which has regular trams going up. We wouldn't have had to wait. But with it being the low season, we're gonna have to go up, and this way we have to transfer twice, and I don't think we would have had the other option been open. I get the feeling this one swings a little more than the other. You can see what, during the peak ski season, would be a run down the hill. I don't think anyone would be skiing that today. So we have made it to the first stop, where we are now exiting. And I believe we will be taking another one, maybe 2 cars up. Previous videos I saw were a single car, but it made it sound like we have 2. Can you see where we came from? Down the valley there. Wow. This stop is Furry, I don't know which one. 6,125 feet. You just scan your ticket and the gate opens. And then here we go to the next cable car. Hi. See the shadow of our car down there as we head up towards the Glacier Paradise. Looks like we have a little bit further to go. Starting to get up to the area where we're running into snow. My wife was wondering where the people with skis and snowboards were going to use them. I think we're getting the answer here. Well, you can definitely tell it is cooler up here. And I think we still have a little bit more up to go. Matterhorn Glacier Paradise. That is us. There's our ticket up there. The gate opens. And we'll be headed up there. Appears to be a little cloudy. So these cars are definitely bigger than what I was expecting. I was thinking we'd be riding up in something more along the lines of the Skyliner, if you're familiar with Disney World, because that's what I'd seen online, but I feel like we're riding in the old equipment. I don't know, I could just be wrong. We're headed up to the Glacier Paradise. You can see that the ski lifts are running up here. We've seen a few skiers coming down the hill. There's one now. But it is not busy. You can definitely feel the car swaying a little bit. You're headed up. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like the cars take a drastic incline. There goes the other car, back to down. It's amazing to think someone came all the way up here and built all of this. Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, 12,740 feet. So you can see this tunnel is drilled. I don't know how they burrowed. I don't know what the term is, but they have excavated this tunnel coming out of the cable car right into the mountain. And I think wearing the beanie and the jacket were definitely a good move today because it is cold and I think it's only going to get colder. We are going to go down to the Glacier Paradise. This elevator takes us down. Oh, almost closed me out. Feels like we're entering a movie set. These walls, pure ice. Is it cold? It was. It's ice. Now when we go up to the viewing platform, not only will it be cold like this, it will be windy. So it could be chilly. This tunnel goes for quite a ways. It's pretty amazing, really. Over here you can access the crevasse, I guess. So we'll see if we can find the crevice.
Is this gonna be too?
It does seem like my head might be kind of close to the roof. I can feel the top of my hat hitting it. Ow! Yeah, it is close. That I'm gonna have to hunch down. Jeez. Gonna have to be careful here, evidently. Got the railing for the stairs sculpted out of ice. Let's see what's up here. This must be the crevasse that it was mentioning. Wow. Well, that's pretty neat. Got some ice sculptures. I guess people throwing money into the fountain, the frozen fountain, but a fountain nonetheless. Got some Arctic ice woofs. I always think it's funny when people say woof instead of wolf. Pretty cool. Looks like they might be made from chunks of ice, like blocks that are frozen together. It's like a whole maze of tunnels down in the glacier. In this room they have carved the Matterhorn panorama into the glacier wall. Someone tells me it's cold in here, but it'll be colder when we're out there. Got some barrels. What is this, like a wine bar or something? Oh, it is actually. That's funny. Maybe when it's busier, you can actually get a drink in here. Not that we would, but Katya's going to be serving today. I'll have a hot chocolate, please. That's not hot chocolate. I'm out of here. They have a little slide. You can go down. Let's see how she does. You gonna go? Is your butt wet yet? Thought you were gonna slide.
You need a mat.
When are you gonna slide? I'm sliding on the glacier.
It's more like you're scooting.
I'm scooting on the glacier. I think my pants might be getting wet. Oh, there's mats. We got to the bottom, and down here at the bottom, which makes perfect sense, they have mats.
Let's bring two each.
So maybe we'll take some mats and try again.
So it's not to walk. Wait.
Okay, Katya just went on the mat and she went much faster. So let's see what happens when we try the mat. Scooting. Now we're going. Whoa! Now we're actually cruising. I'm slowing.
Okay. Here we go. How the heck do you get on your mat?
It was better till I had to scoot.
I'm gonna try. I look faster than my dad, so you get a better view. Better view. I couldn't get mine to work. How'd you do it? How did you get yours work better the first or second time?
Second time.
How do you make it work?
I went down on my tummy.
That sounds terrifying.
Try it. So we have had our fun on the ice slide in the glacier. Now we'll check out a few more of the sculptures because it looks like there's a few more little, I guess, rooms in here that have ice sculptures. And then we will go freeze our faces off at the lookout. According to this sign, there are cow fights with the specific breed of cow, and they naturally determine their rankings with these competitions. You can see the ice sculpture. It says Zermatt. Looks like they've got some sheepskin on the benches there for those that are a little cold. Come up here and see what ice surprises await us around the corner. This room is kind of cool because you've got the Matterhorn carved into the ice wall. They've packed it with snow so it stands out a little bit with a sculpture of the Matterhorn. 4478, I'm assuming that's the elevation of the peak. Then over here we have sculptures of marmots, which is kind of funny, all the little groundhogs here. There must be a big deal in the local area. I know it's indigenous, but I've never seen people celebrate the population of a rodent quite so much. Looks like they have a little shrine to the Virgin Mary. People have stuck coins in the wall, I guess. They've got these roses and flowers that are frozen in these blocks of ice. Can't help but wonder how long they've been there. This is the symbol for the Alpine crossing. I guess you can take the cable car that goes down into Italy as well. So you can see the Italian flag there. It's hard to do 3 different colors in ice. And then you've got the Swiss flag over here. A little bit easier. Going to take the lift to the panorama platform. All right, people, it's time to get serious. Seriously cold. I do have something specific I want to do while we're up here.
I want to see the sticker.
We want to see the sticker.
Oh my brightness.
It is very bright.
Nothing out there.
I think it might be a little cloudy, in case you're wondering. It is not as windy as I expected. There is a small breeze as we move away from the building. It picks up a bit, but we are heading up to the platform, so hopefully it's not too much worse up there. But it is a little bit cloudy out, so I don't know exactly what we're gonna see. Panorama of the clouds, maybe. Well, you can see some things. So they have this cross up here on the peak. Sounds like they have one on just about all of the mountains, from what one of the guides was telling their group. And you look down there, and the valley is where Zermatt is. And then over this way, where you get to see the Matterhorn. Or you would, if it wasn't so cloudy. So they have a little map telling you which peaks are which ones. So like there's the Matterhorn. Well, somewhere. You can't see the Weisshorn. There's not many you can see. One of the things we wanted to do while we were up here, I had a lot of admiration for Adam the Woo and what he did, going around traveling and seeing all the things he wanted to. This was one of the last places he came on his trip to Europe, which was just a few days before he passed. And while he was up here, he placed a sticker, and it is here. So it's cool to think that this is the spot where he was. You can see bits of mountain and rock peeking through.
Well, wait, is the Matterhorn here?
See a little bit out this way still. But this is definitely the way that the clouds are moving. Out here you see the bright horn. Well, most of it. We have visited the Glacier Paradise, and now we are going to take the tram back down. It's quite interesting watching it ascend up that steep cable. And now it is here, creaking its way up. That sound is what we're going to be riding down. We're cruising down the hill.
Tickets are coming, but we're $500 to go see Germany.
So in that valley is the glacier. It's been receding for 500 years. You can see where that color change is. Where the glacier used to fill. Heading into the station here.
They have also the big ones, but the big ones they can bring it from there to there to there. Also down there they do it with other ones.
A little bit.
Some stuff you can see.
Yeah, that one's there all the time.
But this is
Truck and her steg.
the other one they made here.
We'll be taking the second car down. You can see Zermatt in the distance. Going to Furry. See the other car headed up. We are headed back down. We have one more cable car we need to switch to though. Well, we are back in Zermatt doing some last minute shopping evidently. Girls have bought some beanies and I don't know, a couple other things. But we're trying to look, see if we can maybe find something to eat. Then I think we might head out on the train here shortly down to Geneva where we'll be staying the night. All right, so we ate lunch at Fuchs Bakery. And yeah, now we're gonna head down to the train. I think it's almost 3 o'clock, so we're gonna head out. Once we got down the mountain, it's definitely warmed up, so I'll be happy to switch out of my beanie that the ladies talked me into wearing because I was gonna be so cold, and put my jacket away because it is definitely warmer down here, and it could have been much colder up at the top, especially had there been a strong wind. But you know, up on top of the Glacier Paradise, all things considered, it was pretty pleasant. And so yeah, we'll just make our way to the train station. All right, so there is the Matterhorn, one last peak of the peak. We're gonna head out. What did everyone think of the Matterhorn? Did you like Zermatt?
Yes, I did.
You did, huh?
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
This is a winner? Okay. Well, so there you go. If you were looking to come see the Matterhorn, hopefully you come on a day where it's at least clear-ish. You can see it. If you want it to be busier, have more things open, don't come in May. Come after mid-June or come during ski season. So, all right, but now we're gonna head across the street to the train station and head back down towards Visp. Final look towards the snow-capped peaks before we head down the canyon a little more.
Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't sleep.
You can sleep. It's not like there's anything to look at out there. I like that curvy road. That's a fixer-upper, that house there.
Nächster Halt, Sankt Niklaus. Prochain arrêt, Sankt Niklaus. Next stop, Sankt Niklaus.
We have arrived in Visp. We're going to be boarding a train to Geneva. We had about a 20-minute connection here. And it's about 2 hours and 20 minutes to get there. And then that's our destination for the night. So we are on the train headed towards Geneva. And it's always a good idea when you're on a couple-hour train ride to bring snacks. So we stopped and we got these Doritos, Whopper flavor. We're gonna try some Whopper flavored Doritos. You gotta have your drink ready. Okay. So she's cleansing her palate.
It's like, it smells like corn.
Smells like corn.
And
Well, it
then
is
you
corn
get, like,
chips.
a hint of pickle.
It smells like a Whopper. Oh, weird. take a whiff of that.
smells like a
I think it
Whopper.
does. It definitely smells like a Whopper to me.
When was the last time you
It
had
smells like a
Whopper?
Whopper. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure. Oh. Oh. That's not good. That is just. Oh.
Oh.
You want some more? This is not great.
Ew.
Don't get these. At least we have this view to take away from the horribleness of the Whopper chips. Ugh. We are now in Geneva. You can definitely see that we are in a larger train station than the last couple we've been in, the last couple days. We are gonna make our way to the hotel and maybe go out, find somewhere to eat, and maybe find something tonight to do. We'll see and take a look. But on the map near our hotel, I saw something called the Smurf building. So I walked over to it, and it's this. Because it looks like, I guess, Smurf houses or something is why they named it that. There's some very interesting architecture in these buildings. There's a theater in here that has some stained glass and stuff, so I don't know. I don't see any Smurfs. I just think it's something because of the architecture. It's a very interesting building. And I think we've spent enough time here. Like stupid Americans, we've gone to Five Guys for dinner. It was raining, and we don't have anywhere to eat our weekly burger. How was your peach mezzo mix?
Very good.
That's the biggest reason we came here, because I told her how good it was. What did you think about it?
Oh, so worth it.
So good. Yeah, one of the nice things is that you get the unlimited refills. So yeah, it's 5.5 francs, but at least you get more than just the one bottle or whatever. So that's one thing we were talking about, is it's very expensive eating, really kind of all throughout Europe. Probably has to do with how they pay people and whatever, but kind of is what it is. We are back at the train station. Oh, you get a lovely view of Geneva there. But we are back at the train station because we finished eating and we decided we're just gonna go back to the hotel. It's 9:30. We talked about going to see a monument and a couple of things. However, it's late and it's raining. And we just decided, you know what, we'll go back. We'll figure out our plan for tomorrow. And then we will, get a good night's sleep, hopefully. And I think we'll call it a day today. So, and the nice thing, the train station's covered, and it's a good portion of our walk back to the hotel. So, yeah, it's a good day. You know, Zermatt is a great place. I guess I'll let you know about Geneva tomorrow after we're here. So far, I preferred Zermatt, I think. But we did get the peach mezzo mix, which was great. So it's got some things going for it. Anyways, that is going to do it for today's adventure. Thanks for watching this episode of Jason's Life in 5, and we will see you next time. But until then, happy travels.